So we now go to our penultimate heat of the weekend, and it is X30 Master Senior Cup and Gentlemen. Once again, qualifying decided the starting order of both heats. Sky de Forny and Mathieu Delboeuf, Senior Cup and Master on the front row. And all Senior Cup row 2 with François Xavier and Leon Leinsveld. Jan Verheim and Sebastian Bieland round out an all Master row number 3. Hopefully the 404 from RSD Karting will have a bit of better luck this time around. Anthony Moon and Maxim van Schoenwinkel ran out row 4 ahead of Noah Miguel and Jim Ringelberg, who went on to, on the road, win the race itself. He starts P10. Delano Deckers, Vincenzo Schilacci, Olivier Fay, Hubert Boutier, Noah Hubert, Sibip Pagano, Jasper Leyners, Jan van Asch, Jen Verheul, Gaspar Delbar, Nicolas Chapelle, Michael Honnet and Olivier Sampson round out the starting order of this. 23 runners and riders. I'm just going to keep an eye on where things stand. Sebastian Bieland has crossed the timing beam, so that's a good sight to see. So, once again, we get into the tram lines for the last time in the heat stages for X30 Masters. Senior Cup and Gentlemen, revs rise, lights are out, we're underway. Plumes of smoke hit the air as the field roars its way into turn 1. And one runs a little bit wide coming out of turn 1, so someone's lost a handful of positions. 3 wide. Ringelberg trying to go around the outside to gain a couple of places in the meantime. He might have just made it through, but they are jockeying for position. 2 wide, a little bit further back outside of the top 15, or towards the bottom end of it. And now everyone trying to keep it line astern. It's getting very, very cautious out there from all drivers. Dive to the inside looked for by the driver in 4th place. As we go to the far part of the circuit into turn number 12. But looks like Sky de Forny has already got a big margin at the moment and was quick off the mark. There is the 404, Sebastian Bieland ahead, and he's moved up a place. He's now second in the Masters class. Mathieu Delboeuf leading the way in P2. Behind Sky de Forny, Leon Leinsveld and Anthony Moonen round out the top 3 in the Senior Cup class. Gentlemen sidewise, well, before I look at that, Jim Ringelberg nearly tried to fire it around the outside through into turn 4. He was thinking about it. He showed his nose. And at that point, was not going to be the case. Just had a report that we've had a couple of front fairing penalties for KA 145 in the previous heat. So there will be there have been some decisions being made. But Bieland's just keeping things going. Right, mechanical black flag has come out. I didn't really catch the number. I think it might have been the 695 possibly. But Delano, might be Delano Deckers, who started in 11th place with Jim Ringelberg alongside. So maybe there's been a drama, there's a technical side of things that whereby if it's a chain guard, if it's a loose bumper, then straight away it will be reported by one of the team around the circuit as a judge of fact, which means that they can say, well, that cart is not safe. Chain guard either is off. That means the chain and the sprocket will be exposed. So that's not what you want. And also, if the bumper starts coming adrift, well, that's going to be even worse. If one set of bolts and washers start shearing, then if the other side goes, then that's going to go right into the path of somebody else behind. And that is something you do not want to have happen. Meantime, Sebastian Bielon through on Leon Leinsveld. That is for third overall. Bielon trying to close in on Mathieu Delboeuf in the 4:09, still running second in the minute. So the front row has not really changed. Maxim van Schoenwinkel and Anthony Munin still stay in, at the moment, 8th and 7th respectively. Olivier Van Fey, the 661, has not changed positions as well from 13th, the 661 with VDK Racing. Still plenty of this race to go. We're 40% of the way through it, so 60% left to go. So the pace unrelenting here in the class. There's 22 out of the 23 drivers still continue to circulate here at this 1,450 metre circuit. Rapid pace. Look at Ringelberg trying to get through on Leon Leinsveld. Then he's got Sebastian Bielon to deal with. Obviously, they were definitely trying to do their level best to get one up on each other last time out at Marienburg. But here at Ostricourt, you've got to just be very, very careful. The speed you carry through those first two corners is rather mighty, as you see here. Leinsveld turn in, Ringelberg turn in, Bielon turn in, and then everyone else is just, like, literally, you can see the amount of bumping and undulation that corner has got. It's quite deceptive. Ringelberg diving to the inside of Leinsveld, gets through by a millimetre hair's breadth there. An attempted move that was possibly, I think that might have been Bjorn Verham from 498. Move that would have been more than likely possibly on Leon Leinsveld or maybe Maxim van Schoenwinkel. Sometimes when the drivers go through, it can be a bit difficult sometimes pick out the numbers, but 3 minutes to go plus an additional lap, and Jim Ringelberg now with Sebastian Bielon. Just under 3 minutes to go. Ringelberg doing a nice neat job there. So Jim Ringleberg now is looking to move up into P3, second in Masters. He's got Sebastian Bieland right in front of him from RSD Karting. He's looked over his right shoulder. Now the R Racing, number 447, looking to the outside, looking to the inside, looking for the move. And very nice and neat there from Ringleberg. Sometimes he can be a little bit heavy-handed, bless him. But he gets the job done. Sebastian Bieland will be trying to do what he can to get through on the 447. So that is now the change overall for third. And also second in the Masters side of things. Sky Deforney, however, has got a fast chasing Mathieu Delboeuf. There they are, going through into the final corner. Delboeuf last time around 57.156. Deforney just sub, like literally a couple of thousandths underneath 57.198. Mathieu Delboeuf 57.141 for that man there. So showing that Deforney, who had a difficult opening race, is going to really welcome the fact that, yeah, now I can go hustle. Now I can get the job done. But 2 more laps remaining. And Delboeuf is right with Deforney. 0.28 of a second covers the top 2. Ringleberg, well, he's 4.2 seconds back. I've seen stranger things happen, but the driver going absolutely hell for leather and trying to make it over, you know, a selection of sprint races. So it's about tire conservation. Yeah, tyres, its engine, its development, aero freezes, everything. You've got to leave no stone unturned in that respect. But the final lap is underway. Mathieu Delboeuf is catching, and now he's going to go for the move up the inside. Sky Deforney tries to get the counter attack in. Switches to the inside rather than the outside, a bit of the older Scandinavian flick in that kind of respect, but neatly done there by Mathieu Delboeuf. He's done a really, really good job in this race. He's going to bring it home here for not just himself, but also for the team. And that's dependent on what Sky Deforney for the TD official racing team has in store for him. Sometimes you can never know what the unpredictable nature of karting is going to bring to the forefront. Now, Deforney's going to try something here. He's going to throw it around the outside. That's a beautiful move. And Deforney, with that throwing it around the outside, takes the checkered and wins. Oh, Mathieu Delboeuf had one thrown round the outside with 3 corners remaining. Incredible stuff there by Sky Deforney. That is a place you rarely see an overtake like that happen. But Delboeuf was cautious enough and thought, well, if Deforney's going to get me, he might try it here. Who knows? But Deforney wins Senior Cup. Delboeuf Masters. Ringleberg P3. Bjorn Verham rounds out the top 3 for Masters, finishing 4th. François Xavier Vinet second in Senior Cup, ahead of Sebastian Bieland, who this time did make it to the checkered. Bielandsveld rounds out the top 3 in Senior Cup, ahead of Noah Mengal. Maxim von Schoenwinkel, Anthony Moonen, Vincenzo Schilacci rounds out the top 5 in Masters. Hugo Boutier rounds out Gentleman as the winner for the second heat in succession, ahead of Noah Hubau. Jan Verheul, Sibir Baganar, Then we've got Olivier Fait. Jasper Leynertz finishes in 17th overall ahead of Nicolas Chapelle. Jan Van Asch, Michael Hornet, Gaspar Delbar, Livia Sampson rounding out the finishers, and Delano Deckers unfortunately retiring on lap number 2. Well, we have got one more heat to go, which is due to start at 4:15 this afternoon.